think the lady that cleans my office at work may have walked in on me eating Vienna sausages out of the can with my fingers. Anyways, this is the colony at day 500. So I thought it might be neat to just showcase the colony itself and talk a little bit about where it is now and where it came from. This is a tribal start, so we started out with 5 colonists. Frank is one of them. He's dead inside the sarcophagus. There's also Starboy that wears the red Devil Strand hood. He's our prophet. Kai. Brixbay is in this sarcophagus. And Sweetlow is our cook. We've acquired some other people along the way, including Kai Brix and Little Bro KB, who are the children of Kai and their, well, dead mother, Brixbay. So, if you watch some of my past videos, we talk about how she died and what we did to get revenge on them. We also picked up a few Yatkins and some more humans, and this hybrid baby named Blade, appropriately, which I'll make another video about her origin story. For now, I think it's just funny to tell you that she's half Impid and half Yatkin, and we can talk a little bit about what traits that brings to the table. Otherwise, related to the base itself, I think it's probably appropriate to start at, well, what is everyone's center of their base? Their dining hall, right? Their dining hall / rec room. On my colony, those are combined. It's right now it's saying that this is a laboratory because the door got blown off to our research area during a raid. However, normally it will say that this is the dining hall, and it's extremely impressive because it's got marble tile, it's got this flat screen TV, a pool table, a poker table. It also has a lot of drugs. So these shelves down here got a bunch of Wake Up, Yayo, Flake, everything you would want to have a party. It's also got a flat screen and 3 bearskin recliners. Down next to the dining hall is Starboy's room. Starboy needs a nice room because he's a royal. He has the knight title and he lives a royal life, so he has carpet, he has a double bed, he needs everything nice in his room. Or not only will he get upset, but the Fallen Empire will get upset and won't want to grant him certain privileges. He lost his eye during a bug infestation at the first year on the Rim, but he's also acquired a few other war injuries. He does have some Psylinks and is probably, the main leader of the group. He's the one-eyed prophet, they say. Up here is our 2 refrigerators that are very full of meat right now. We're in the Boreal Forest, and we've done very well acquiring animals and stacking meat. Next to it, separate from the fridge, obviously to keep the kitchen clean, is the kitchen. And then there's the temple, where we can have rituals or convert people to our ideology, although, like I mentioned, we're all of the outlaw cult right now. We're all raiders. Some of my people are falling into a daze or having difficulty with their mood because there's a high psychic drone, which we're still waiting for it to pass. Pretty annoying. It gives them a -30 mood buff, so some of them are just going to be pissed off, I think, for a little bit. Having them drink some psychite tea maybe will help them, or doing some drugs, but it's going to be a rough few days for the males. It's a male psychic drone. Over here is the workshop. This also got destroyed in a pig raid, so I'm slowly rebuilding it. I only have some workbenches set up. I haven't built all of them, like a machining table, for example. We have a battery storage and 2 storage closets over here. Some additional wood storage. You'll see lots of wood storage around my base. Hydroponics where we grow rice and cotton, and then the slaves' quarters, and 2 prison cells that we're eager to fill soon. We had some prisoners earlier, but we harvested their organs. This is Starboy's throne in his royal hall. Dioshan's just up there looking at the harp, not playing it. But that royal hall will get us another title soon. Up north are the northern defenses. We used to have a lot of raids coming through the north, but that has since stopped with all these guns we have up there. And this is our main barracks hall with separate rooms for everyone to sleep in, especially our original characters. And then our hospital. Not the biggest hospital in the world, but it's 4 beds and it's done well. We haven't required more than that. Although the fact that 8 of my colonists have died, maybe I should rethink that. But anyways, this is the classroom. There's 3 blackboards in there. Kind of funny it's set up in the hallway. Eventually maybe I'll have a separate classroom somewhere, but we keep it a little tight. This double bed used to be Kai and Brixbay's room until Brix died. But now there's some leftover items in there that the baby can use. Like there's a toy box and some toy cars and toy decorations for Blade. So Blade's got her own little heater lamp and a nice nursery, I guess you could call it. This is an indoor farm that's kind of interesting. It's fertile soil, and it grows hay and devil strand because I can't grow hay in a hydroponic basin. So this is kind of nice to have because it's fertile soil and there is a geothermal vent in here which naturally heats up the room. So the room just stays nice and hot even during the cold boreal winters and supplies kind of a continuous stream of hay to our animals, which is part of the reason why we have so much freaking meat in our freezer. We can also grow rice up in our hydroponics and then mix it with the meat to grow kibble, which we do pretty often, especially when it gets real cold, because this map gets cold. I like this setup. This is a barrack setup. It's 2 halves with 5 beds each. It's impressive. They like living in there. Very impressive. It's got marble tile and everything. Although they will kind of disturb each other walking through here, it does allow me to have more beds in a tighter space. And there's actually still 6 unowned beds right now, so if needed, I can take quests that require me to house additional people like the Fallen Empire, or I have another video that I just posted about helping some refugees. There's a small mortar setup, some transport pods, and solar panels up here. And down south, we talked a little bit about the animals. That's their large barn that's constantly heated with 2 campfires, because like I mentioned, we're in the Boreal Forest. And there's another geothermal vent down here with appropriate security kind of next to it, but they don't tend to attack this geothermal vent. They kind of come straight for our base. So that's been nice. They don't tend to path directly to it. This is the Boreal Forest, and this is my current colony at 500 days. There's a couple other items I haven't talked about specifically, one of which is the outer walls. You can see how my outer walls are kind of a hodgepodge of different types of stone. Like this one's marble, sandstone, and granite. Even on the east side and other parts of it, there's mixes of slate, marble, sandstone, and granite. That's just because that's what I had available to use to make the walls. And I got raided so many times that I kind of ran out of certain materials, mostly granite, but I had a lot of marble on this map, which I used for the interior of the map. And lastly, we have our kill box. So I have another video, it's called Evolution of a Kill Box, which shows this base from early on and how this kill box helps save our colony. And now raiders tend not to path directly through the kill box, but it is an interesting watch if you want to check out the early game from a tribal start and see how that developed.